Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. My name is Gabriel Cox and I equip first-time supervisors with necessary leadership tools. Before we get started, I would like to invite you to head on over to my website and subscribe for a free resource. The ultimate guide to identifying what type of leader you are in 5 easy steps. While you are there, you could check out my Goat Locker, which is a place where you can get free tools to help you develop as a supervisor. Hey, what's going on everyone? I know it's been a while since I've done a podcast, but I really wanted to come back and talk about inspiring others. So what's going on here? What's the problem? So I've noticed that new supervisors are having trouble inspiring others on their team, and often it can lead to self-doubt as far as the supervisor is concerned. They start to doubt their ability to whether or not they can motivate or inspire members on their team. And oftentimes we'll focus on trying to inspire the more difficult employees and leave the good ones behind. And what this can result in is burnout for that employee who you always are tapping into or always relying on. It can often lead to burnout for them and honestly a little bit of frustration. The high-performing employees will start to lose their motivation if they're not, if the work distribution is not given out equally. Some people take well to this, others don't. But something I really want you to understand is that if you only tap certain people, they'll eventually start to get a little tired. So we want to be able to inspire others to get everybody motivated to work towards your common goal. So why do you care? Why are we listening to this? The biggest reason is productivity. Employees who are inspired will be more productive, obviously. The other reason is that supervisors will want to inspire others to build trust. Trust is incredibly important. So to kick things off, I want to offer you some tips on what you can do. These are lots of steps, and a lot of this won't happen overnight. So it takes time for you. It takes a lot of time for you to get rolling with this and to really incorporate this into your life. So don't get frustrated early on. If you notice yourself kind of backsliding or whatever, don't get frustrated really early on. The first step is to identify your attitude for everyone on your team. Are they sad, angry? Do they rationalize everything? Are they selfless, meaning do they always look for someone else's win before themselves? Do they look for the win-win, meaning everybody wins in a situation? Are they self-starting? Do they have initiative, or are they intuitive? Once you've identified everyone on your team and what kind of attitude they're bringing to your organization, decide if you want to keep that energy, if you want to let that go. And what I mean by that is kind of just leave them where they're at, or do you want to change what their attitude or what their beliefs or what their energy is doing? A lot of leaders will focus again on changing the energy or the attitude of the challenging employees. They will focus all of their efforts and all of their time on those employees, and again, leave the ones who are more engaging behind and kind of left to their own. So think about how you currently interact when you're trying to inspire others to take action. Are you giving in or avoiding confrontation? Are you working to manipulate just to get what you want? Are you listening but not hearing what the person is saying because you're focused on achieving what you want first? Do you put others first, meaning do you sacrifice your time in service to other folks? Do you listen to everyone to find a common ground? Or do you allow your intuition to guide you, to acknowledge what they need from you as their supervisor? So a few skills I want to help you get as you are learning to inspire others. Obviously, communication is key. You want to create a compelling story or message about the process, the project, the goal, the objective, or the task. Next, you want to create the vision. You want to focus on the end result and be very clear. Express this vision to whom you'd like to have buy in and accept their input and feedback. Create a WIFM, what's in it for me, vision. Next, you want to establish the plan. You want to clearly outline the roadmap or direction of your plan. You want to get feedback and adjust to create more of a buy-in. Again, you'll hear a common theme. Buy-in is incredibly important when you're trying to inspire others. You want to clarify roles. which is obvious. You want to define each person's contribution to the whole vision. Empower them. We've heard this word go round and round. It gets thrown around quite a bit without any meat, but you want to empower your folks. Delegate to others what they agree to do and let them do it. You want to promote creativity and innovation. It challenges others to think outside the box. You want to do some role modeling. Do anything you'd ask others to do. It reminds me of, back in my older days when I'd see my supervisors out there helping us load stores, or they would jump into the galley with us when we were cooking. It really helped with that role modeling, because I knew that they would always they would never ask me to do something they wouldn't do themselves. You want to monitor progress, which is developing accountability systems as checkpoints with measurable targets. Now, I talk about this one quite a bit. It's a big one, but I want you to be realistic with it. Having an open door policy, and I want to explain why that's important. We all talk about the fact that we have an open door policy, but I'd like to ask if you really are walking the talk with that open door policy. If you tell your team members to come and talk to you at any time about anything, are they walking in the door and finding your face in front of the keyboard, typing away while they're trying to have a conversation with you? Or are you pushing away? Some make fun of me and say I put my feet up on my desk, which is true, but at least I was engaged with them. So if you say you have an open door policy, make sure you're walking the talk with that. Continually update the vision, plan, and roles of each member and participant with this open door policy. Make sure you're talking with them and you're engaging with them. Next, you want to resolve, which is to portray a sense of determination, and others will follow. You want to celebrate. Reward the contributions of individuals of the team. Celebration is big. You want to celebrate small things and build off of that to continue. And another big one that comes up quite frequently, when you become a manager, you're going to notice that you have meeting after meeting after meeting. Sometimes you'll have meetings just to plan meetings, and that can be overwhelming and honestly a little bit ridiculous at times. And so avoid making useless meetings. Now, determine which meetings are important and which ones you need to work, or which ones you need to hold most important. But don't have a meeting just to have a meeting, just to get the team together. If you want to get the team together, then call that just what it is. So I like to always leave with a few questions. What are some advantages or disadvantages of your current course of action? Meaning, what are you currently doing to inspire your team? Where would you like to be when it comes to inspiring your team? What is getting in your way of being who you want to be when influencing others? And what are you willing to change in order to get there? Again, I know it's been a while since I've had a podcast, and I thank you all for listening. I appreciate your support, and I look forward to hearing how you are inspiring others. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me via email or phone. Take care. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to today's podcast. If you are a supervisor who is currently looking for leadership development, log on to my website and click the Work With Me link and fill out the application to qualify. If you know someone who may benefit from this podcast, please share it with them.